Hi folks, welcome, 14th of May, and I just thought I'd give you an update on the kiln here. So we'll do a little walk around. Basically it's finished, it's ready to fire up. I'm going to be loading it up with pots. So basically there you can see the inside layout. I'm only going to have just that one shelf in the middle. I built the chimney. I'm going to take out this shelf in a minute and show you what's underneath, and just show you a bit more detail there about the chimney flue, which has been cemented in place, utilizing the same kind of brick here as what the kiln is made out of. Where's my ruler? Just want to get a straight edge. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this here. So when I brought this up here, I brought it up just a little bit shy of this edge here. So when I put the straight edge there, it showed kind of light, you know, underneath a space. And then I've just glued onto the top here a little piece of ceramic fiber, which is going to cushion up here against this edge here. So that's that. So that should make it's important that we get a good seal all the way around here where this shuts. We want that to be a complete airtight seal as much as possible, so that none of the reducing flame decides to take a shortcut and come out here. We want to encourage the flame to go back down again, and back under at the bottom of this chimney flue there is that opening. I'll show you that again in a minute. Yeah, so since I don't think in the last clip I'd cut the hole in the lid. What else did I do? I took off this box that went in here where the kiln sitter was, that went through there and attached to the side. Removed that because that's where I've decided I would have my cone, to view my cone through there. So I fashioned a little piece of brick, and that is going to be my spy hole. Also, I set up a pyrometer over here with a yellow wire coming down here, and that is just basically, there were a couple of holes here. I think they were spy holes. I kind of stuffed them full of ceramic fiber to block them up. They were basically sort of a couple of tapered holes, which that has lent itself, this top one here, to put the thermocouple through here to give us a temperature reading. So I've done a little bit of touch up on the kiln here along the edge, the rudimentary touch up, you know, nothing too fancy, you know. Just with some of the same paste glue that I made up to glue the chimney. What else can I tell you about that? I think that's pretty straightforward. Next, the burner setup. I've got a 40-pound bottle here. I'm hoping that's going to be sufficient. And and the weed burner. That's sort of, again, a little bit of a rudimentary setup, not really 100% satisfactory, but for the purposes of what we have here, this will work. In any case, I'm going to have it so I can move it, because it's right across the doorway here, so it's not going to be, you know, a permanent burner setup. It will be removed and replaced and put back, you know, every time I have a firing. So that's the way we have to work it. So as you can see here, just some concrete blocks, and then I've just had a piece of this brick. Now you can see the approximate just lining that up a bit better. So you don't want to have your burner stuffed in the burner port completely here. You want to leave a bit of pull it back at least, you know, at least half an inch or so here. Now it may be that I'm going to need to pull it back a touch further than that, perhaps. You know, it's all a little bit of an unknown quantity at the moment, because it's a new kiln, and now I have some areas of concern. One is that the slot that I cut for the chimney is big enough. I certainly don't want it any smaller than that, and I didn't want to make it too big. You know, I wanted to I guessed it, really, to be honest with you. I guessed it. I looked at what I had over here on this kiln, which is, of course, is kind of twice as wide, but then this kiln is twice as big. So yes, if it doesn't work and it goes into reduction and it won't get up to temperature, then I'll have to take some steps to open that out a bit. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. Okay, so I said I'd show you the inside. Let's put the camera on the tripod. Let's get this in here. Right, and bring that up a bit closer. Right, I'm going to have to be careful here because of that guy, the pyro couple. So I'm going to lift it, and then I'm going to tilt it and bring it on out like that. Now this shelf, this is a high temperature shelf. This is one I use in the other kiln. And also the shelf underneath is a high temperature shelf. Now I have an area of concern at the moment, and that is that I did find some props that you can't really see, but the prop that's underneath here, underneath there where my finger is, this guy, and the other props that I showed you in the other video that support that bottom shelf, I'm suspicious that they're not really rated for cone 10. So it's going to be interesting, Simon. Gonna have a thorough meltdown. Yeah, so there you can see the slot at the base of the chimney where the downdraft flames and the gas and some of the unburnt gases will go, because of course, remember, in a reduction kiln some of the gases are not all burnt, and they go out the chimney, and they will burn on the top here outside. Okay, so yes, deflector bricks you can see down there, angled bricks to deflect the flame upwards. That's what we want to do, encourage the flame to come up, and then it will find its way down. Okay, let's just put this back up here. I'll put that shelf back. I'm not going to worry about those props on the bottom. I mean, if they melt down, they melt down. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll worry about it after the event, after the meltdown. So this has actually worked out quite well. I don't know if you noticed that, because of the shelf is square and it just sort of narrowly fits in, doesn't it? But you notice because of the points of the corners here, I can't quite push it right back, and that has left a little gap down the back here, which actually I'm quite happy about, because that's going to just be another place where these flames and these reduction flames are going to go down there, as well as going down the side here. They're going to go down there. Alright, let's light it up. What I should do now is just basically dry the kiln out, you know, because it's got probably got a bit of moisture in there, not much, but so I've already got the gas turned on the bottle. So what we're going to do is just like that with just a low flame. So these weed burners have got two methods of control. One is a lever underneath. Now if I pull that, which I'm not going to do, it will let loose a terrific amount of gas into the kiln. But here, this is what we control the kiln on here, you see. Alright, but right now we're just going to get it real low. What that will do is it will blacken the inside of the kiln rather, with a lot of soot, because it's that's a very reducing flame. It's a yellow flame. So that will it'll put a lot of soot and black smoke into the kiln. So what I'm going to do is now shut the lid. Like that. And why don't we turn the pyrometer on just for the fun of it. .62 degrees. Alright. So very soon I'll begin to feel, yep, I can already feel heat coming out here. Already feel heat coming out there. So there it is, folks. This is a smaller version of that one. And I hope that it's been of help to somebody, encourage somebody, given somebody the idea of, hey, wow, I can make myself a downdraft gas reduction kiln, and it's only going to cost me. Do you know what this really hasn't? I mean, yeah, if I had to start from scratch and I didn't have any of the things that I've already got here in this space, you know, I've got like old bricks and things that I can use, like over there. Well, if you haven't got those bricks, then yeah, you've got a problem. You have to get hold of some from somewhere, or you know, some shelves to put in, and the props to support the shelves and that kind of thing. Well, I've already got those, so it's easy for me to do that. Nevertheless, you know, the only thing I've actually had to buy for this kiln is the burner, $20 from Harbour Freight. So I mean, you know, compared to the cost of a commercially made, sold downdraft gas kiln, you know, you'd probably have to pay $2,000 for something that size. I'm guessing. I don't know. I know they're phenomenally expensive. This is why it's such a great idea to be able to reutilize old electric kilns that are discarded, junk kilns that nobody knows what to do with because they're taking up space in the basement or whatever. And you can find them on Craigslist. You know, all these kilns these ones over here I'm pointing at, and this one was actually given to me. So you know, you'll be able to pick these things up actually at not great cost, and they're pretty easy to convert. It's easy material to work with, this kind of brick. It's easy to cut and form and shape, and you know, a little bit of practical know-how. You know, a grinder, one of these guys, you know, has its uses. For cutting through the outside, etc. Yeah, just basic tools. I mean, yeah, okay, pyrometer's gonna, but then I use the pyrometer from the other kiln. There's a few things that you're going to buy, perhaps, well, they're going to last you for years, you know. So, okay, folks, that's it for now. We have a workshop this weekend, and we've only got 2 people on it. So, if anybody wants to come and keep us company. Come and join us for a keep practicing workshop. We'll talk about kilns and homemade glazes and making pots on the wheel. Yeah, go to my website, there are other dates there as well. Check them out. And go to my Etsy shop. I've got some more pots, I've got to get them up there. Alright, so keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Take care, bye bye.